This meeting is being recorded. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time. Anybody else recording? Nope. Okay, great. Moving on. So first up is the application of Refined Design Homes, Inc. for property located at 7 Myrtle Street, Assessor's Tax Map 51, Lot 53, which is located in the Urban Residential Zoning District for a special permit pursuant to sections 200-6.1C and 200-8.3 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow the construction of a 7-foot by 12-foot deck off the back of the existing house with a reduction of the required rear yard setback from 30 feet to 21 feet. So who's here for that?
That's us.
Okay. So do you have a name other than Refined Design Homes?
That's our only business name. So
This is John and I'm Brooke.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you the homeowners?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a last name for you?
Brooke Matusco.
Oh, okay. All right. So in a minute, we'll get started. I sort of horned in on the clerk's reading the notice of hearing. So once we get going here, we'll ask the members of the board sitting will introduce themselves. Then we'll ask you to introduce yourselves. You'll tell us what you want to do, where you want to do it, why you want to do it. From time to time, the board may have some questions. At some point, we'll open it up for public comment. At the end of the public comment, the board may have some more questions, although I doubt it. We will make a decision tonight. From the time we make a decision, it will be typed up and by Eric Twarog and filed with the city clerk. From the date of the filing with the city clerk, there is a 20-day appeal period in which anybody who feels aggrieved by the actions of the board may file suit in a superior, a higher court. If at the end of the 20-day appeal period there are no appeals, or all appeals have been settled, you can do whatever we say you can do. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see, who do we have? We got do we think calling user number 2 is Julia?
Or Peter.
Oh, is it?
Could be me. Peter Wozniak.
Okay. Hey, Peter, maybe you need to, we're getting a bad echo. Maybe you need to get rid of one of those things. So stick with the one that's working and maybe get rid of the other one. Anyways, okay. So members of the board sitting are Mark Maloney, Jim Wynn, Peter Wozniak, David Singer, and Walter Boyd. And you are?
I am Brooke Matusco.
I'm Jonathan Hawkins.
Okay, great. So go ahead and tell us all about it.
Julia just joined the meeting.
Yep, I see it. So go ahead.
Okay, so we have a property we're redoing. So we knew that we didn't have, it's just a real old lot, so we didn't have the setbacks, but just we need to do a stair landing and a set of stairs anyway. I know it's a small backyard. It doesn't meet those requirements. However, we still need to do frame a stair landing. It's not much bigger, but it's just making it like a better use for the people who buy the property, just to use the backyard space, even though because it is small, so they have some usable space to use it. Just seeing as it needed some framing anyway, because the stairs were removed, we wanted the opportunity to make it bigger. So that's pretty much just it.
So what size is the deck now, actually?
There's no deck now.
There's no deck. Okay.
There's
All
just an old door back to like a drop off. There was no
And it
deck.
needs the egress too, so that's the other thing. So
Yeah. So the egress is there, but you need to bring that up to code. Okay. It's a very, very small lot.
yes.
I know that lot. So I actually don't have any questions. So what we will do is go down the line here and see what questions people have. So Jim Wynn, questions?
Just clarify, the new deck will be 7 by 12 off the back of the house.
Yep.
Drawing. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you all set?
I am. Thank you.
All right, Peter Wozniak.
I've been to the site. I talked with the contractor. I have no questions.
Okay, thank you. David Singer?
I also saw John yesterday or the day before. So the front steps are being changed, but you're not changing them dimensionally. It looks like you're reusing existing materials. You're gonna,
For the front stairs,
yeah.
that was just, again, it was the old house. We reused the existing piers that were there. We just built it the same size.
Yeah, that was already passed and inspected by the building inspector.
So he didn't. There was no change in dimensions there. Okay.
Exactly.
Not the front.
Just rebuilding existing on the front.
And the shed that's there to the right of the deck, is that a permanent shed?
No. It's just a 6x7 garden shed, and it's just on patio blocks.
Okay. I have no other questions. Thanks.
Get up, Walter Boyd?
On the back property line, I believe there's a fence, and to the left part of the back property line, there's a big garage for around the corner.
Yeah.
So there's really nobody close to where this is.
No.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Okay. Julia, did you want to ask a question? You're not sitting.
No.
Okay, very good. So we are only dealing with the back deck here. The stairs stick out a little. That doesn't matter. You don't have the room to conform anyway, so it's really kind of a, yeah. Okay. I don't have any further questions. Mr. Nguyen, you want to read any correspondence? There isn't much.
We have some correspondence. The zoning board appeal from the engineer and superintendent. No comments are issued with the proposed project. The zoning board of appeals from fire prevention officer. No comments or issues with proposed project. To the zoning board of appeals from the board of health. No comments or issue with the project. And last, from the planning board to the zoning board of appeals, the board has no issues with this request.
Okey-doke. Okay, now we will open up to public comment. So it is 7:07 PM. Public comment on the application for a permit to build a deck off the back of 7 Myrtle Street and reduce the backyard setback. Anybody from the public want to make a comment on this application? Going once, going twice. Usually I like to let a whole 60 seconds go by, but oh, yeah, it kind of has. So any public comment? Saying none, I'm going to close public comment at 7:08. Any other questions from the board? Raise your hand, I'll call on you.
No.
No? Walter, we got
Yeah,
two
hold
things
on.
for you.
All of a sudden, my computer decided to reboot, but I'm here.
Okay, that's fine. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, then applicants, anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. Well, if there is like an appeal between the 20 days, do we just get like an email notification, or how does that, how do we know when we're in the clear, I guess?
Eric will let you know.
Okay.
I mean, you can proceed at your own risk before the 20-day, but it's at your risk entirely. But I mean, given that there was no correspondence and it's a dense neighborhood, so a lot of people got notified about this hearing and nobody wrote letters, nobody's attending. You know, whatever. Julia, is that you? Down in the corner? Okay, that's fine. We're not used to actually seeing you.
Really? I usually have my glasses on, but
That's all right. It's all good. Okay, so then let's vote. And we'll go down the line again. Oh no, first we need a motion. Mr. Nguyen, you wanna make a motion, please?
I make a motion that we allow the applicant at 7 Myrtle Street for a special permit pursuant to section 206.1 and 208.3 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow construction of a 7x12 deck off the back of the existing house with a reduction of required yard setback from 30 feet to 21 feet.
Yeah, rear yard setback. And the only condition I would add is that as submitted with the plan. You take that as a friendly amendment condition.
As submitted with the plan, right? Okay.
All right. Is there a second on the motion?
A
Second.
second.
I'll second.
Okay, David Singer seconds. Okay, Maloney votes yes. Mr. Nguyen,
Yes.
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Boyd.
Yes.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, Mr. Wozniak.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there we go. So, motion carries and is declared unanimous. So folks, you heard what I said at the beginning. Call Eric probably middle of next week. And, we should hopefully have our signatures and everything. It should be going to the city clerk around then.
Okay.
And that starts the clock ticking and whatever. He got any other questions, he can answer them, but good luck.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No
Good luck.
problem. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Where are we at here? 7-Eleven. Hey, anybody interested in doing minutes?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting.
Second it.
Yeah, that would be the meeting of November 18th, correct?
Yep, November 18th,
Okay.
2021,
Yeah.
via WebEx.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there further discussion? Seeing
No.
none, unless Peter has anything. Peter?
Nope. No
Okay.
comment.
And nobody's waving wildly. So, seeing none, let's take a vote and let's see how slow I can go. So, Maloney, no, just kidding. Yeah. So I will vote yes. Jim Nguyen,
Yes.
slow that yes down, would you? Let's
Yeah.
see. Peter Wozniak,
Yes.
David Singer.
Abstain.
I'm Walter Boyd.
Yes.
Thank you. And Julia, you were here, weren't you?
I was.
So you
Yeah.
vote.
I
Okay.
vote yes.
All right. So motion carries and is declared about as unanimous as we can get. All right. Let's see if,
Yeah, we're almost there.
yeah, we are. However, I am not saying unless that is the call on user number 2. Application of Jeffrey Reynolds. So, Jim, you have the
Yeah, I will read it.
thing there.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Well, we can't start before the posted time, so that is also a reason for appeal.
I have 7:15 exactly.
I don't know. You guys are different. You're just in a faster lane than me, man.
Well, we know that.
Yeah. Gosh. Anyways, we're gonna wait till 7. Oh, 2 different computers, 2 different times, 2 different realities. All right. Close enough. We'll go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
So
Notice is
existential.
hereby given that the Greenfield Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Thursday, December 9th, 2021 at 7:15 p.m. via WebEx on the application of Jeffrey Reynolds for property located at 83 David Street, Assessor's Tax Map 57, Lot 61, which is located in the Central Commercial CC Zone District for a special permit pursuant to Section 204.7 C27, 206.1C, and 208.3 of the zoning ordinance in order to allow the conversion of a single-family home to a two-family home at this location.
Great. Is Mr. Reynolds here or somebody for Mr. Reynolds? because this will be an issue if somebody's not here.
You can't make application and then not show up?
No, in the old days, we just vote no. And they could come back in 2 years. But no, somebody has to be here with the application.
There's a phone number on his application. Looks like a cell phone number.
Yeah, but it's really not our job to
Yep.
call people's phones. So we'll give it a few minutes here. I'm hoping they'll show up. You know what? Hold on a minute. Let me see. Ah, crud. I don't have Eric's cell number in front of me. All right. Jim,
Yes.
where do you see the phone number?
Underneath the name.
The application for a special permit.
All right, Jim, you want to mute yourself and see if you can get a hold of them?
Do that right now.
Yeah.
You'd hate to see that somebody's trying to get in, and we know that WebEx sometimes it's a little difficult. So
yeah,
You
but I mean,
think?
Julia's here. So she's had the most trouble. No.
oh
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying.
no, Peter has.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But usually, even if we can't get their video, we get their audio.
Yeah, well,
So we're gonna take
Right now.
we're gonna take a 3-minute recess. So Jim, you mute your mic. if you
Hi,
could.
Jim Wynn with the ZBA. How you doing? Good. Are you good? We're just waiting for you to hop on right now. That sounds good. We're taking a 7-minute stretch right now. Okay, bye-bye. He's going to be on in 3 minutes.
Well, that just happens to coincide with the length of our break.
I
So
told him
if
we're
you
taking
need
a 7-minute stretch.
yeah, if you need to get something or I'm gonna pause the recording now at 7:17 and we'll come back in a few.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Now I am because
Yes.
I unmuted myself. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
All right.
I apologize. Thank you for calling and giving me the opportunity. I apologize for having it leave my mind.
That's a pretty big leave.
It is, but I do appreciate the phone call and you're allowing me to come on in.
Yeah, well, normally would have just denied it, but we're feeling in a holiday mood.
Christmas mood.
Peter, you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. All right,
Want me to read
we're
this?
gonna keep going here. Jim, you already read the notice of hearing, right?
Yeah, we did. I can reread it again if you'd like.
No,
Don't forget-
he's the one that applied, so he should know. All right, so Mr. Reynolds, the way we're gonna do this, I will do my thing. The board will introduce itself. You'll introduce yourself. From time to time, members of the board will have questions. And at some point, we will open it up to public comment. Once public comment is done, the board may have some more questions. Probably not. It's pretty straightforward. And then we will come to a conclusion tonight. Once we've taken a vote, the decision of the board will be typed up and signed by Eric Tworon. He'll type it up, we'll sign it. It will be filed with the city clerk. From the time it's filed with the city clerk, there's a 20-day appeal period in which anybody who feels aggrieved by the actions of the board can file suit in a higher court. if after the end of the 20-day appeal period, there are no appeals or the appeals have been settled, you can go ahead and do whatever we say you can go ahead with. You understand all that?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Then, members of the board sitting are, Jim,
Jim Nguyen?
Peter Wozniak.
David Singer.
Walter Boyd.
Julia,
Julia Popkin.
okay, and Mr. Reynolds, you are?
I'm Jeff Reynolds of 83 Davis Street. Yep.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and tell us all about it?
Okay, so I guess the long and short of it is my wife and I bought this home at 83 Davis Street back at the end of June. It at one point obviously was a two-family house, and the second floor unit has been gutted for I don't know how long. When we had the inspector come through, he said that, you know, it's clearly been a very long time. The woman we bought it from stated that she bought it in the state that it's in. So basically, it's like a standard turn of the last century two-family home, except picture the second floor gutted out, just unheated. No, the walls are in place. Most of the walls are in place, but there's no working electricity. There's no plumbing at this time. There's no heating, anything like that. So at some point, the assessors turned it back from a two-family to a one-family. Don't know when. I actually work with the assessors and tried to do a little bit of a history search, and as far back as the records go that I could find, it was a one-family. So, but I did not realize that when we purchased, and we bought it. Backstory, I guess, is we have an adult daughter. She's 22 years old, who has some mental health issues. She's been living with us. She's going to be with us. She requires some of our care, but we would like to be able to give her a bit more independence while still being able to give her the care that she requires from us. So that was the reason for downsizing and coming to Greenfield with the idea of either buying a two-family or buying a single family that we could then accessory unit, or and we found this place, which at the time that we purchased it, we thought was going to be fairly straightforward in bringing it to a two-family, back to a two-family house. The layout of the house, it has, it's like I said, it's standard. You've got the front door into the common hallway, stairs go up. There's another door to the unit. There's a back interior stairway with its own separate entrance and stairwell going up to what will be the kitchen, should we get permission to do this. Straightforward job, if we can do it, and we will be doing nothing to the exterior. No outside changes, so there won't be any issues with additions or moving of anything physical on the property. There is a two-car detached garage with a paved driveway with additional parking for a couple of cars. And again, we're going to clean the garage up, but not do anything with it to change any footprints. And that's kind of the long and short of it. It's going to be a one-bedroom, 4-room, 1-bedroom, 1-bath is what's planned. And we have contracted with Green River Builders out of Bernardston to do the work.
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
You've been dealing with the building inspector at some point, I assume?
I have spoken with him briefly, but as soon as I found out from Eric that we had to
get over this hurdle,
to go through this process due to the zoning, I spoke with Mark, I believe, once, and so he's aware that something may be happening, but he hasn't been to the house. He hasn't taken a look, but I'm very aware that we will be, that should this go through, we will be working with him closely to make sure that everything is done properly.
Yeah, that's fine. So is that garage detached?
It is detached. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a deck that kind of looks like it goes out towards it off the back of the house if you look at the aerial view, but it is completely detached.
Okay. And how many cars do you have?
I have a car, my wife has a car, and so there's 3 cars total.
3 cars. Okay. All right, not gonna change the foundation, you're not gonna change the footprint.
Nope.
You're not gonna put, a bunch of security lights on the outside of the building, correct?
No.
Right,
Nope.
I think that's all I got for questions. Jim Wynn?
I don't have any problems with it as long as the Green River builders, all their building comes up to the standard of the building inspector.
Yeah, it has to do that anyways. Peter Wozniak,
I have no additional questions.
okay, David Singer,
No questions, thank you.
yep, Walter Boyd.
I have one question. The back part of the building that has a green porch,
Yes.
that seems like a separate building, but it's attached to the main building. Is that
It
part
is-
of this renovation?
No. The only thing that wood deck goes off to the side towards the driveway and doesn't extend past the rear of the house. It's
Right. No,
literally-
I was
oh.
talking more about the building to which it's attached, which seems to be not
Oh.
the main part of the house.
Oh, that's when you go up onto the deck. That's where our back door for the first floor is, and then an additional door that leads to the rear staircase that would go to this right now attic, but hopefully second unit. And it's been part of the house. It's got a crawl space, and the inspector, when he went through, thinks that at one point, maybe 100 years ago, it was a barn, but it has been part of the house. Side
Okay.
same roof line, the whole deal, for as long as we can tell.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
You all set, Walter?
Yep.
Okay, Julia?
I'm all set. No questions.
Okay. Why don't we read some correspondence? Mr.
Okay,
Wynn?
the Zoning Board of Appeals from the Planning Board. The board has no issues with this request. The Zoning Board of Appeals from the Engineer and Superintendent. No comments or issues with the proposed project. The Zoning Board of Appeals from the Board of Health. No comments or issues with the proposed project. The Zoning Board of Appeals from the Fire Prevention Officer. No comments or issues with the proposed project. That's all I have.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking. I think that's all I got too. Okay, why don't we open it for public comment? And here we go. Oh, gosh, really on time. It's 7:30, open for public comment. Any public comment?
Is this about the SKUs
No, it is not.
property? Okay.
Nope, nope. As a matter of fact, I'll break in here anyways. The School Street property, we are not dealing with tonight. There was an issue, so that has been put off until January. So instead of hanging around, there will be another notice that goes out. But we think it's January 13th. So anyways, but it is not going to be dealt with tonight. So
Okay, great.
you feel free to hang around and listen to this, but you don't have to.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Yep.
Bye.
Bye. I meant to do that before. Anyways, that's all we got for, public comment. Any other public comment on 83 Davis Street? I sort of feel like the Jeopardy clock is going on in the back of my mind. Do, 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 do. Okay. Hearing none, seeing none, nobody's frantically waving. Okay, we're going to close the public comment portion of our festivities at 7:31. Further questions from the board?
I have none.
Okay, Mr.
I have any-
Reynolds. Yeah, Peter, did you have something?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. Mr. Reynolds, anything else you want to add?
No. I just I appreciate the time and the consideration.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think. I've been in one of those houses, but I think it was the house to the north. When I was a kid, I was in school with somebody who lived there.
Okay.
So yeah, the only thing I would say, since I'm not actually voting on this, is yeah, a lot of Greenfield's zoning boundaries have changed many times. So I agree. This was originally a two-family house. I'm certain of it. And the point for this is it's not a real ADU. It's, but this is a two-family for the same family. So, if I were voting, I would vote in favor of the application. So having said that, are we ready for somebody to make a motion?
I can make a motion.
Okay,
I make a motion that we proceed with the application of Jeffrey Reynolds for property located at 83 Davis Street, Assessors Tax Map 57, Lot 61, which is located in the Central Commercial CC Zoning District, for a special permit pursuant to Section 204.7 C27 and 206.1 C, 208.3 zoning ordinance in order to allow a conversion of a single-family home to a two-family home at this location.
okay. So,
Second.
yeah, we want to change the word receive to grant
Grant.
the application. And then the only condition, I would suggest adding is that, as submitted in the application. The plan as submitted in the application.
I concur.
So if Mr. Nguyen and Mr. Boyd are good with that,
And with me.
Yeah.
okay. And yeah, because nobody else said anything from the town, so I think that's good. Okay, any further discussion on the motion? Nope, nobody's waving. Peter, you all good?
I'm all set.
Okay, well, then, we're ready for a vote. Mr. Nguyen,
Yes.
Mr. Wozniak,
Yes.
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
David.
Yes, I said.
Oh, you did.
Sorry.
It didn't come through. Mr. Boyd
Yes.
and Ms. Popkin.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So the motion passes and is declared unanimous. Okay. So Mr. Reynolds, where are you? There you are. So best thing to do is get in touch with Eric middle of next week. We will hopefully have everything signed up and signed by then. Everything typed up and signed by then. And then he'll guide you from there on. So good luck.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for the consideration and also for giving me the reminder call. I absolutely appreciate that.
Hey, it's that time of year. We all lose track of things. So.
Well,
All right,
well,
good luck.
Thank you again. All right, bye now.
Take care. So again, I'm gonna have to hang out here until 7:45. No, wait a minute. What time is that scheduled for?
7:30.
No, I don't. Okay. Anybody else have any other business we gotta deal with now?
No.
If not,
Wall Street
then
table
I'm
for my
going to say, Kelly. Hello? Kelly? I'm seeing a Kelly here.
Who is muted? It
I
may
think
not
she's
be-
muted.
Right.
Hey,
Okay, well, I will reiterate that the application of the excuses or Sandy excuse for property located at 150 to 154 School Street is not being considered tonight because there was an error made in the posting. So if Kelly is here for 154 School Street, it's not going to happen tonight. It will happen in January. And other than that, the ZBA meeting for Thursday, December 9th, 2021 is over. Is Kelly there?
Left
Nope.
the meeting.
Kelly left the meeting. Okay, so can I get a motion to adjourn?
so moved and happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
And
Everybody
I
stay
believe
healthy.
I'm pretty sure I heard Julia second that motion. So
Did.
anyways, everybody stay safe out there, stay healthy, and we'll talk again in the new year. Okay?
Thank you.